Seb here. I'm the Associate Development Test Lead on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today,
This is up. Dense jungles, freezing mountains, leave it alive. Your target is the Santa Blanca drone.
We need to focus and get this done quick before we get stuck between local politics and the firestorm of cartel bullets. First objective.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Pause Reset Play. It is the last day of the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta, and I've been playing mainly on PS4, but I did want to download this real quick for Steam and make a quick video kind of showing the graphics here on the Ultra preset. I do have this thing set up. Let's see if I can show right now. I do have this set up on the Ultra preset. I am using the GTX 980 Ti. You can see down there in the bottom right the overall VRAM usage here. It's nearly maxing it out. So very taxing the settings that I have right now. Again, you know, using the 980 Ti, good chance you get comparable performance from a 1070, and of course you do even better if you had a 1080. So if you have those two cards, this will give you an idea of what you can expect. It might be kind of hard to see, but up in the top left it's showing I'm right around 55 frames per second. It does look quite a bit better than the PS4 version, that's for sure. I'm curious to see how the PS4 version would look though on PS4 Pro. I'm guessing it may not look quite as good as this, but I bet you it'd be close to the high or very high settings. So overall, yeah, I mean it looks better. That's for sure. The foliage looks a lot more dense in some areas. The grass here, though, still pretty modest grass to be honest. But you know, hey, that's one type of graphic that really taxes performance. So we'll keep playing through this first opening mission here, and you can kind of observe how the game looks and how it does here on a card like a 980 Ti. And right now I am playing on a 1440p monitor, so I guess that you'd get a bit better performance though if you kept it on 1080p. But nonetheless, though, it looks pretty good. You know, for an open world game, I'd say the graphics in this are pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, the one thing I'm noticing right away here is the foliage is much denser on the Steam version on these ultra settings. I mean, it's much more lush and a lot more vegetation. Pull back here a second. I want to get a view down there. I suppose you can notice the draw distance a little bit. You know, frames did drop down there to the low 40s there for a second. So I mean, you are taxing your machine quite a bit, even with a very high-end graphics card. But if you're going for the best possible visuals, then it's still playable at this max setting. Yeah, so I mean it's pretty consistent here, mid 40s for FPS. Let's go up here and check these guys out.
Drone is airborne.
Okay, alright. We know. Alright, so let's tag these guys.
target carrying submachine guns.
Good to go.
Don't want to spook the target. Switch to suppressors.
It feels a lot smoother though than the PS4 version. That's not to say I didn't enjoy the PS4 version. I had a blast playing it with some buddies. So even though it looks quite a bit better here and maybe feels a bit smoother on PC, if I were to buy this game, I'd still get it for PS4, just because I have friends who play it on that.
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up the supplies later.
Still staying around mid-40s here. It's pretty consistent, around 44, 45 frames per second.
In the watchtower.
Hostile down.
Round just missed him. He's looking for the source.
Don't care about synchronized shot.
Keep it quiet. They know where you
Let's interrogate this guy real quick.
Silencio. Marche. Here's the deal, asshole. You answer my questions, or I put a bullet in your gut and leave you to die in your own shit.
Yeah, so right here, you may notice that the frames are dropping down to like
Where can I find him?
low 30s. Right now it's at 38. So I bet you in some intense explosions it might drop even more. Once we get done this,
We need to get this done in a hurry.
we'll see here.
Maru's an old man. He's not gonna last long under torture.
Shit, if they've been working on him for a while.
Tag some of these guys.
Dead. Maybe
Let's throw a grenade down there.
A major player in the rebel movement. The cartel will keep him alive as long as they can to find out what he knows.
Can't afford to take any chances. It's too much
Yeah,
money.
it did drop a little bit. But, I mean, to be honest, though, performance is pretty good. I mean, I know a lot of people are looking for that steady 60 frames per second. To get that, you'd have to lower the settings down just a little bit. The ultra preset, it does warn you that, hey, it's
Cartel isn't gonna wait around
taxing on even high-end machines. So, if you want to lower the settings just a bit, it'll stay steady at that 60 frames, I bet. But for me, having played the PS4 version quite a bit, the performance here is comparable to the frames, I'd say. Maybe even a bit better. And with the much better visuals, seems like a pretty good trade-off in my mind.
I'm taking the bike.
Ride this dirt bike a bit. But I think you get the idea here. I mean, overall, it's going to stay pretty consistent. Well, the driving mechanics are still bad. That's one thing I noticed in both versions here. The overall driving mechanics are it leaves a lot to be desired. But yeah, overall, I mean, the frames, it's pretty consistent, mid-40s, up to 50s in some cases, and down to 30s in others. But you're gonna have much better visuals than you do on the consoles. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. In my opinion, I'd say, hey, if you have the card, max the settings out, unless you really want to keep that steady 60 frames. In that case, then maybe drop it down to very high. I bet you if I put it on very high, we'd be never dipping below 60. Unless you're playing on a 1440p monitor or 4K. I mean, if this was on 4K, who knows what I'd be getting? Probably like 10, who knows. But overall, the game looks great in my opinion. Plays good. I still don't know if I'll be picking this up. There's a lot of games coming out this month. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch is coming out. You have the new Zelda coming out for that and Wii U. Mass Effect Andromeda. What else? There's another game I'm missing. But yeah, I mean, all the others. Horizon Zero Dawn for PS4 as well. I mean, there's a lot of games coming out here. So even though I had fun playing this in the beta, I just don't know if I'll be picking it up here when it releases on March 7th. But wanted to make this quick video to give you an idea of what the frames look like. I think you got a pretty good idea of what the performance is, how the visuals look, and let me know if you had a 1070 or 1080. Let me know if your performance is much different than mine here in this quick video. But wanted to thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit me up with a subscription. Even better.
Frag out. Come in here, culeros.
Sorry, I didn't throw that grenade. Yeah, if you liked it, hit me up with a like and a subscription. But most importantly, thanks for watching.